Keys are another means of apportioning and channeling power and authority. The Church defines keys, priesthood keys, in terms of presidency and governance. At the top of the pyramid of priesthood keys sits the president of the church. Only he can hold and exercise all priesthood keys. Yet this definition is inadequate, and the claim about the church president's sole right to hold and exercise all the keys is false. As we have documented previously, the church president does not hold the keys to the patriarchal priesthood within the church. It is the lineal right belonging to Joseph Smith Sr. This alone invalidates the church's claim. In fact, again, as we have noted, the church patriarch is a higher office than the church president. It is the highest office in the church. Nor does the church president hold the keys of the Aaronic or Levitical priesthood. The presiding bishopric and the keys to preside over this priesthood belong by legal right to a literal descendant of Aaron. A high priest may be appointed to the bishopric in the absence of a literal descendant of Aaron, but does not hold the keys of the priesthood of Aaron. He only ministers in temporal things. The church president cannot give him the keys, for they belong only to a literal descendant of Aaron. The quorum of 12 apostles were also given keys, independent of the church president. The apostles were given the keys to open the door to missionary work to the world. The first presidency were not given these keys. Not only were these keys independent of the president of the church and the first presidency, they were not entirely keys of presidency. They gave the traveling quorum the power and authority to preach the gospel to both Jews and Gentiles. There are many other priesthood keys that are not specifically given to those called to positions of presidency or are used to direct or control the priesthood. For example, the keys given to Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery at Kirtland were tailored to specific assignments and tasks. The first key given to the two elders was given by Moses and gave them the authority and power to gather Israel from the four parts of the earth. Moses then gave Joseph and Oliver a second key, which gave them the power to lead the 10 tribes from the land of the north. The biblical Elias then appeared and committed to them the keys of the dispensation of the gospel of Abraham, patriarchal priesthood. Lastly, Elijah stood before them and committed the keys to the fullness of the priesthood, which included the sealing power. None of these keys, though necessary to fulfill the purposes of this dispensation, are keys of presidency, nor do they control or direct the priesthood per se. Instead, they channel the power of the priesthood, the light of Christ, to accomplish priesthood tasks as in the keys given by Moses, or give specific priesthood authority, such as the keys given by Elias and Elijah. In a revelation to Joseph Smith in 1830 regarding the use of new wine in the sacramental meal, Jesus Christ informed the young prophet that he would soon drink the fruit of the vine with him and the Book of Mormon prophet Moroni. He also told Joseph that he had given Moroni priesthood keys pertaining to the record of the stick of Ephraim. The keys to the record, which would become the Book of Mormon, were not given to Joseph, who at the time was president of the church. Nor did these keys pertain to priesthood governance. They were a charge to preserve the record, along with the authority and power to do so. The record would then be transferred to another with the power, the priesthood keys, to translate it. Joseph, in turn, was given the charge and the associated keys to reveal the mysteries and bring forth the revelations which had been sealed, including the Book of Mormon.